Tech Talk time. Mathew Dickerson, how are you today?
Very good, thanks, Rod. I'm always excited to be talking technology with you.
And I always like doing the same thing. And today, one of my favourite subjects, these electric cars charging ahead. Boom, boom.
Very good.
And a very good seller in 2021.
Well, there's been a bit of an increase. We've still got a long way to go, Rod, but we've got a few things. So this is the top 10 electric car sales in Australia. But before I get into that top 10 list, one of the things that's quite interesting is that the Toyota Camry, in terms of a traditional ICE vehicle, an internal combustion engine vehicle, has been a pretty good seller in that mid-size sedan. And they're number one across all vehicles, not electric vehicles, just all vehicles. They sold 13,081 of those last year. But second in that mid-size sedan was the Tesla Model 3. So in one particular category, then we've got a number two spot. They sold 12,094. Based on that and the increase in cars, I'd imagine that the mid-size sedan this year, the number one seller will be an electric vehicle, which is pretty exciting. So that's good for that one category. That's good for Tesla. But then when you look down the top 10 EVs, and some of these are plug-in hybrid EVs as well, so not pure EVs, but all of these are plug-in vehicles. So number one, as I mentioned there, 12,094, the Tesla Model 3. Number two is the MG ZS. Now, this is the British brand MG, but a Chinese company bought the brand and they're releasing it with lots of EV models. They've got a range of different models, but a few EVs. So they've been going quite well. They're in number two spot, but 12,094 for number one, 1,388 for number two. So a fair drop down to number two. Mitsubishi Outlander, number three. Another MG, the HS, number four. Porsche's got a model in there. They're at number five. Then it goes through a Hyundai Kona, a Volvo XC40, another Hyundai, the Ioniq, the Nissan Leaf, and then the Mercedes-Benz EQA is the top 10. Unfortunately, when you add up all those top 10 and all the other EVs that are sold across this nation, the total sum of those has increased quite dramatically over 2020, but last year they only made up 1.95%. Now, if you compare that to Norway, which is the leading country in the world for EV sales, they sold 92% in EVs and plug-in electric hybrid vehicles. So we're a long way behind that, but at least we're on the up rather than on the down, Rod.
Yeah, definitely. And with petrol prices continuing to increase and predicted to stay high for a while, that can only benefit the electric vehicle.
Surely people are going to look at it a bit differently, Rod, once you see those prices. And I was amazed. I must admit, I am completely out of touch with petrol pricing. I don't look at petrol bowsers. I don't look at pricing. And when someone told me the other day that it looks like they're getting up towards $2 soon, I almost had a heart attack. I thought the last time I put petrol in a car it was down around $1, and I thought that was expensive. So that seems incredible. But surely people have got to look at that and say, how much does it cost me to fill up? And if I take one of my cars, for example, one of my EVs, that's got a range of over 500 kilometres on one charge, if I fully charge that, it costs me about $12 to fully charge that. So that's not too bad. The purchase price of the EVs is still a bit dearer, but if you look at the total cost of ownership, the running costs, the resale value, and the actual charge that you put in there, they're pretty good in terms of their overall cost.
It costs me $1.72 for a litre of fuel to go into my car and to fill it up. And it's only a little Holden Astra type thing, and it costs $70 odd. So
yeah, wow.
Maybe if I'm really empty, it could be $80.
Yep.
That's you're doing it for $12.
Yeah, that's right. It's not bad, is it? And sometimes it's free. If you use, there's a lot of charging infrastructure around Australia and around the state at the moment that's free. So NRMA have got a good network of chargers. They're all free to use. There's motels. There's a motel in Burke that I've charged up. For example, I've stayed there overnight and charged up. That was free. So a lot of charging places you go to, that's that $12 if I charge up at home using my electricity at home. But again, you travel around, you can do it for free often.
I do say if we continue to purchase electric vehicles and they get up to be the major sort of car we buy, Not going to be very good for the petrol station.
No, that's right. I think there'll be a lot of repurposing done. I think you'll see that some charging stations will be put in there, and they might repurpose what they've got there. They might put in things that take a bit longer. Maybe they'll put better quality food, for example, that takes a bit longer to cook, so you spend 20 minutes there rather than 5 minutes there. So I think there'll be some changes there. There's some business models out there that are investigating exactly how they do all that right now.
Well, what do you do? What do you buy somebody for a present if they own a Tesla?
Well, sometimes people that own a Tesla are basically pretty keen on their technology, and they've got lots of technology things, but a new present has come out from Tesla which is absolutely perfect for a Tesla owner. And this is based on the fact that one of the features in a Tesla is a thing called karaoke. Not karaoke, karaoke, which is basically karaoke in your car. So when you're sitting in the car, you might be plugged in, charging up for 20 minutes somewhere. So what do? You can play some games on your big screen in your car. You can have a bit of a sleep, or you can crack open the karaoke. Now that's fine. You have it on the screen, you sing away, you blast out your tunes inside your car like you might when you're in the shower. It bounces around inside your car. But Tesla have thought maybe you need something better. So they've introduced the Tesla mic, and the Tesla mic is designed for you to be able to sing karaoke in your car with your dedicated mic. Comes with a 2 mic pack, so of course you can sit there with your passenger and can both sing a beautiful duet in your car. But this is the latest from Tesla, and this is where that brand loyalty comes in. Some people are so wedded to the Tesla brand that they want to be able to do everything they possibly can with Tesla, including having a Tesla mic. The only downside is, I know you're going to rush out and try and buy me one today, but the only downside is that they're only available in China at this stage because karaoke is so big in China.
So do we have speakers on the outside of the car so we can entertain the masses on the outside, or is it just in a pod inside the capsule?
Just in a pod, unfortunately. And, well, it might be fortunately, depends how good you are at singing. But no, at this stage, not outside the vehicle. But now that you've said that, that's probably one of the ideas that Tesla is working on right now so that you can blast some tunes out there. They've actually got external speakers. One of the rules they've introduced in some locations around the world is that below a certain speed, the car has got to make some external noise so that pedestrians hear the car coming along. And that's been a bit of an issue, that sometimes people get hit by a Tesla because they don't even hear the car, step out onto the road, and the next thing you know, there's a car there. Those speakers, you can actually make, not just have a standard beeping noise or some sort of noise to alert people, but you can actually have music playing out through those external speakers. So maybe the next thing will be karaoke going outside the car as well.
Mathew Dickerson, I thank you for your time today.
My pleasure, Rod.